Hello, hey ho. So today I would like to go over what it takes to get your website, maybe your social media, either updated or maybe you're starting from scratch. I just started a new pen name. I started from scratch. So what I want to suggest, I thought Houdini was getting ready to slide through here. All right, so what I want to suggest is having all of your social media and your URL for your website to be about the same. So for Cynthia Carver, I have Cynthia Carver author Cynthia Carver, and that's the way most of my social media is labeled. You know, sometimes you can do your author name in books. I don't know, there's other things. So you get, but you want them to be consistent. You don't want to have Cynthia Carver here and Highway to Heaven over here, and then belong to the same author account. So you want everything to be as close as possible to what your URL reflects. All right, so I suggest going through Namecheap for your URL. I do not advocate purchasing your URL through your hosting company. Just in case you decide you want to change hosting companies, you're not going to run into them, the hosting company, holding your URL hostage. I know some of you are going to say, that can't happen. Yes, it can. When I started my first URL, I went through a specific hosting company, and I got my URL from there, and everything was all really, everything was flowing until it wasn't. And then when I went to shift my hosting company to somebody else, they told me that I could take my name if I paid them an additional $1,500. Well, that was 20 years ago. So you know that $1,500 was quite a, it was an unattainable amount. So I suggest going through two different companies. I get all of my URLs from one company, and I host with a different company. And I have floated between companies. Let's see, there was DreamHost, HostGator, HostMonster, Pair. So anyway, you decide what you want to do for your hosting company and who you want to go through for your URLs. Okay, so after you decide on your hosting company, then decide what kind of website you want. If you have the option of having a cPanel, maybe there are different options for opting into different themes. I always go with WordPress. I've been working with WordPress for 25 years. Has it been that long? Well, it's been forever. And I use the classic editor. I don't like blocks. But if you are a block person, it works for you. Do not, as an author, I do not advocate getting a free website because you're limited as to whether or not you can sell merchandise or your books. Now, if you don't have the finances to host your company on a hosting, then try payhip.com. You can connect your URL to Payhip and everything flow amazingly well. CynthiaCarver.com is a Payhip website. I have my blog there. I have my books, my ebooks. I don't have my paperback at this point in time because I do not have a place to store paperback. So we don't have that right now. So your URL at one place. We have your URL out that you purchase from one place, Namecheap. Then your hosting company, HostGator, DreamHost, Bluehost. Then the type of web host would be like WordPress. If you want to just buy the URL, then you can attach it to payhip.com, which is a total different ball game. Payhip and Shopify. Payhip will take a specific amount of money, and Shopify you pay $40 a month. Payhip only takes what you sell. I think that's it. If you have any questions, drop them below, and I will answer them to the best of my ability. See, I was asked about this, so I'm going over my notes. I think I've covered everything. If you need further help or you have questions, below. Thank you. Okay, second part of this is you've purchased your URL. You've purchased your host. You've decided on how you're going to build it. WordPress. Okay. Now, here's some follow-up things to think about. What are your brand colors? Now, from myself, my persona wears black. I have a black bowler hat. I have a steampunk corseted jacket that I wear. I have black leggings, and I have black knee-high boots. When I go to a live event, if you look for that attire, you're gonna find me. So, find out what your colors are. My colors are like a royal blue, a royal navy blue, and black. That's my colors. My banner is made out of that. My tablecloth is made out of that. Everything ties in to using those colors. All right, so on the website, now that you have your colors chosen, write down a sticky note, either a sticky note on your computer, in your notepad, in your phone. Write down what your brand font is. Yeah, have a brand font. Whether it is Cinzel decorative, maybe you want to go, the American typewriter, whatever. Right? Make a note on what that brand font is. You can carry that over onto your book covers. Yeah. So you have your font, You've got your color. So if you have a specific color, write down the HTML hex code for it. You know, FFF is white. 000 black. So what is your color in the hex code? You want to keep that handy. To do just a very basic website, you're going to want the About page. Have a couple of paragraphs about you. All right, on my Cynthia Carver, it says something about I am a veteran. My kids have asked me to only bring paper products to our food outings, our picnics and stuff, our family gatherings. They're not fond of me and my cooking. They like their dad's cooking. So even when I had more time to cook after he passed, I don't have the skills to make it taste like he did. So I now bring napkins, paper plates, you know, that kind of stuff. So I wrote about that on my About page. So that's just a couple of paragraphs about you. Also on this page, consider having your author photo. Oh, you don't want to have your photo up there? Well, your fans are going to want to see you. They're going to want to know who you are. In recent years, you can do a logo. You can do an avatar. So have an avatar that kind of sort of looks like you. But if you're going to have a personal photograph, on mine, I have a personal photograph, and it has me in my bowler hat. It has me in my black jacket, my black shirt. So I am dressed in the persona of a character out of my book. I dressed as my character. I thought that was cute. I like that. I suggest other people embrace it. The second page you want to create is your newsletter. Whether it is Substack or MailChimp, ConvertKit. And then your third page should be maybe a blog. Oh, you don't want to have to do a blog. Well, that's good. But on this page, make it easy for you to update things like your live events, your virtual events, how to get signed books from you. Have that. If you're going to be doing takeovers on Facebook, put that down there so that if someone finds your website before they find you on Facebook, they know where to look. Make sure that all of your social medias are connected. And social medias. Okay, don't overextend yourself. If you do Facebook and TikTok, then only connect those two. If you connect YouTube and Facebook and Instagram, Pinterest, and then you just keep going on and on and on, are you going to be able to keep all that up? So link it to 3 at the most. Take your branding and go across your social media. Okay, let's go back to the author page, the About You page. You know, I said to do something about the persona of you as an author. Check out Nora Roberts. Then check out her J.D. Robb. She has a photo of her in both, but the J.D. Robb has the leather jacket, you know. So that's what I'm looking for. That's what you should be looking for. How do you want to explore your writer persona? You don't want something so out there that, you know, if you don't wear makeup, then don't use it. You know, if you're on the run and you want to slap on a hat, fine. You know, if you're a man and you're writing detective stuff and you have a fedora that your PI wears, wear the fedora. If you have the Hawaiian shirt that your protagonist wears, all right, you've got your persona. You want to dress professionally, and when you're at a book event, you also want, when you have a fan, they go in and they start scanning the room, you want them to be able to pick you out like that. You don't want to have to walk up and down the aisles looking for you. You want them to be able to scan and recognize who you are from a distance, whether it be the hat, you know, a pet, parrot? I don't know, but you want to be able to have your author persona. You don't want it to be over the top. Well, maybe you do want it to be over the top, but if you just want an everyday casual, fine. But make sure that you're comfortable with that persona. You have photos of that persona. And if you don't want people to know who you are, maybe you want to wear the persona and have an avatar with that persona built into it. Hope I'm making sense. All right, I think that's it. We've gone from URL to author persona. Good luck with your new career.